Yeah, and without any delay either. Look at this, nice and fast into the pistol already. Poison's in a spot to succeed, but instead he gets his head taken off. S-Tag might want to think about getting out of cave, getting out of danger. He's hiding out in the caves like a goblin, and Zorti's going to trade onto him. So a 4-on-3. B-bomb site must feel tempting, but Complexity have already rotated accordingly. 2 players here to try and hold the line.
Yeah, short smoke in. We got NATO blinded. JKS hiding out in the doldrums. They don't clear it. Their biggest mistake, but it will be a trade at least. Both CTs in position. One locked behind the smoke, and NATO getting chased. He gets one. The nade now almost finishes the job. 1 health for Almeza. Blame. Oh my goodness, still gonna go for it. The double peek is in, and they will trade Zorti with a huge 4K in that pistol round. The P250 comes in clutch. It's always the AWPers, man, wielding those weapons, and to great results. Man, no one checks that dark spot. No one checks it. Let's just admit it. Let's just, you know, pull it out the hat. You can hide so deep in that corner. Yeah. It's despicable.
No, it is pretty gross, I think is the word you're looking for, Hugo.
Certainly a word for it. Do we have an A execute? Do we have smokes flying over the top from middle? We have a CT smoke thrown by Jerry. Everyone else stuck behind the main utility. Oh, the spam, that might tempt them through now. They probably weren't going to go until that point, and now they never will. One smoke is enough to deter forZe. They found a frag. They're in no hurry. They're in no rush. Yeah. They've got Cole leaning A at least.
Yeah, pressure's kind of off in this situation, right? S-Tag's trying to apply some pressure with his Deagle in middle.
Give us one more guttural noise and maybe he'll hit it.
Yeah, it may be. Hang on, that wasn't one. That wasn't one yet. That was at the build-up.
Charging.
Oh no, Cole. Cole! They're leaving A, they're going towards B. They're trying to hedge their bets. They saw players crossing middle, and that was enough to sell them down the river. I guess sail them down the river, sell them down. forZe are going all the way through as well. Oh my goodness. They're following the breadcrumb trail.
The bomb is just staying donut. Like, what's the... Forget the plant. They're too scared of the possibilities that come with that A plant. They just want to kill instead, and hell, it might work out. It's not normal. And now they realize, yeah, we've literally got everything. We may as well make the most of this. S-Tag going to walk into Flit. But he surely isn't ready for the right corner. It will have to be a reaction shot. Okay, talking of which, Poison does give us one of them. Lovely flick. S-Tag locked out. And he doesn't even know it. Not yet. But they aren't retaking. They are sitting on their laurels. Gambled on B. They're going to be so confused when they see S-Tag here. Wait, he's been there all round? Okay, buddy. Traded at least. Mac-10 dies. It's not a worry. forZe with a second. And that is the one thing, like, at the end of the day, even if Cole haven't gone through a single demo, they don't know what forZe do on this map, like, forZe have the experience, and that's something Cole just don't have on Ancient. Can, of course, work both ways. It can be a benefit, it can be a detriment, but at the very least, forZe have things to fall back on that they know work. Tried, tested, and true. And now attack.
Yeah, not what you want, but hey, man, bit of a time to collect your thoughts. No, but I think it's a very good point you raise, Hugo, right? Like, nothing, everything can pale in comparison to actual experience in the server, right? We have seen teams where they've turned up to an event, maybe a map has been going really well in practice, right? Yeah. There's a few squads that spring to mind. There was the freshly formed Mouse Sports of old. I think it must have been 4 Pro Leagues ago now. That they show up there back when Carrigan had first moved in, and they've been putting in a lot of effort on Dust. And then whenever they played it, you know, they said in scrims it was great, in the servers for real, it was ugly. Another squad that maybe springs to mind was, you know, you look at like Renegades of older, I guess 100 Thieves back with Inferno used to be like one of their go-to maps, and then in Prax it started to slip off. So yeah, man, it's one of these things where, like, even if you've done all this research and all this homework and you're feeling good on it based on what you've seen on scrims, you don't have that real in-the-server experience to fall back on. And as you do a good job of highlighting, forZe have got plenty of real game in-the-server experience on this map.
Even if it is versus lesser teams. That's not held them back today at all. You know, I think this is you're always going to have caveats when talking about Cole and the fact that they have, you know, a stand-in plus a new player. Not that I would ever say a new player is an excuse. They've had time to work an S-tag until obviously the whole conflict situation. But yeah, it's I lost the point I was going with there. Somewhere down the line.
Well, they got the music in to bail you out.
There we go. Sorry, yeah, I remember now. I was going to say, you know, you can always give a caveat to Cole. If forZe win or lose a series, you know, they've looked good in it. I want to see forZe against established rosters. I want to see forZe against G2. I want to see forZe against VP. And, well, we're going to get those matchups. You know, of course, forZe have beat VP in the past. But against a team like G2, who already fell to the underdogs of Sinners to start the day of Group B, I think forZe are up for the job, judging by what I've seen today. Not going to be easy, though. Pop flashes for middle.
Hugo, have you and NATO casted together?
Yeah, we have.
Yeah.
A while back.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was my first LAN, my first event. It was game show in Vilnius. I also casted with Striker there. I casted with Vince, who was known as Metas back in the day.
Classic Metas.
And yeah, we always love a meta. But yeah, that was fun. Me and NATO go way back. He's a G.
That's pretty cool. You get to call him by his real name, or is that, did you not know him on that level?
What, Niels? Yeah. I mean, I like calling him NATO. He calls me by my caster nick.
Wow, yeah, I mean, I never thought about it like that. But look at this, Hugo. The Complexity Deagles have done some damage. Whether or not it's going to entice them to give this round a go, we'll have to wait and see. They're going to try and group up at the lane. This could have been the mowdown for Almeza, but it's not.
Oh!
Don't let it get out of hand. This is just Eagles. Luckily enough, Kenzie's alleviated a lot of your worries, a lot of the pressure. Ooh. Doubling up has only further served to strengthen the cause of forZe here. And Blame F tapping the bomb, trying to take players out of the round. He's made it expensive at least. Considering Cole were buying up in this next round anyway, you'll take that all day long. You get out of it with an AK and you force 5 reinvestments for your opponent.
Yeah, obviously he was a talking point on the desk with the Jasons, but, you know, Blame started. Yeah, I've never stopped. Never stopped. And then when Trace and Moses are on the desk, we call them the Tracens, but that's for tomorrow. Yeah, and Blame was, you know, he was like 0-7 down, right? He was having trouble. Think about how much impact he provided on that CT side, some of the work he was doing in Yard. Like, he had a comeback story. And now, forget the comeback. He started strong, 5-1, good exits there, gets a gun. Now it's the rifle round for Cole.
And Blame is immediately keeping his confident look from Nuke going. He's fighting you in middle. Oh my God, now his back is turned to lower mid. Towers are going up here. They are all around him. Yeah, that was... I didn't like the way that one even looked, let alone how it played.
Good timing so from forZe on the mid split, right? If it was even a second difference, it could have been a double for Blame. So he kind of gets crushed between 2 targets. That's one way to shut him out. forZe 5-on-3. These rounds, you got to gamble, you got to lean. And so Cole will do so. They move back off of the B side. They made the right read. JKS needs to kill the bomb. He's seen the barrel. He's got a double dead down in the donut. And JKS still standing, calling for S-tag. Who's also got a kill. Don't tell me they're about to uphold this round, uproot the 2-on-4. Oh, there it is. A trade at least. Leaves JKS on his own.
JKS, though. Oh, it's heating up for him. There's no secret what side he's on now. Oh, my God. So much damage. Trading out into an AK. He's got more bullets to put down range, but they do get out. They just get out.
How?
How do they get out, Hugo?
Don't know.
JKS, is he going to give this a go? Come on, you kind of have to. It's too romantic. It's too much of a story. He's got to try and give this one a look in. 1v2, double orbs, forZe retrieving both of them. But the reposition has left forZe guessing.
Yeah, I think if you don't see the donut peak now, you either think save or the flank, and there it is. They realize very quickly what he's up to. Trade out one AWP. They just take them for the post-plant. One shot's all they need, and they find it. Really, one bullet was all JKS needed into either of those players. He could have won the round on that spray. I don't know how he didn't kill them. Really nice try from JKS. Here was Blame, trying to pick a target. And as soon as he realized he was being swung, the smoke faded in middle. The in-sync jump. Yeah, we're getting a great game out of forZe. This experience on the map paying off right now. If they found this upset win to take down Cole on day one, that would be quite a statement for some of these underdogs in Group B.
Oh, the timing for JKS. He will find Flit over here in main. The rest of Cole still 4 deep over towards that B bomb site, Hugo. forZe is starting to move through red in towards CT.
I love this. No one's even cottoning on. JKS is moving back, but those B players could get backstabbed very soon. JKS needs something massive here, and oh, it's a perfect kill for Amazing. Never even sees the entire pack of T's as they chase to the backline. A's clear. They're walking into the stack. They're walking in to the pistols, but a smoking cave will cut everyone out. It doesn't even matter at this point. You can just get that plant in. kenzie clears S-Tag. Poison's wrapped back to the ramp. But did they see him? Maybe so. They've at least spotted NATO. Trying to find that second man. Oh, Poison,
Oh,
don't you dare.
Hang on a second, Poison, this is just a P250. And oh, thankfully, kenzie and Zorti are going to get it under control again. 1 HP on kenzie, the difference between, you know, that being a 2v2 that they're able to kind of feel comfortable at least closing out, or that having to fall on an AWP clutch. Very fortunate that those P250s don't get away with more, considering the shots they hit. But we do keep it flawless for forZe.
Oh, Cole, they've done their own work. The double molly setup. Now that seems easy, but those lineups, you need actual lineups. You need to be careful where you throw them or they will just explode and go nowhere. I wonder, I've never thought about this. Can you triple boost here? Look over into B. Is there a way to do so? Maybe. Someone needs to have a look, see.
Probably, right?
Yeah.
Like there's different elevations and stuff as well, so I wonder if you could do it even easier.
All right, we'll have a look when we get
Yeah,
tonight.
we're going to do that
Shout
now.
out the Observer team. We have a really cool Observer team.
And it's a team, right?
Yeah, whole gang. So respect. I love the donut shot. We'll see it later, I'm sure. The sky high one. But right now, defaulting outside A, right? All this noise outside B has kept a couple here, but Cole aren't falling for it. If these mid players climb up ledge, they'll meet them there. Okay. What's that for? I couldn't tell you. Flashing in the sky. Sorty got to pick a side. Flick will do. Switching cave, A to an S-Tag playing side by side. And there's Blame getting the trade. AWP is gone. It's down to a B take.
Oh, but that kill from Blame F is starting to make Complexity doubt if this is still the B commitment. They've just pulled Poison away from the B bomb site as this push has come in. Also, Flit's lurk in middle. It could be the thing that makes this round happen for forZe. Even getting 1 kill is enough. He's out of there. His teammates need to stay alive in the site, and so kenzie fighting tooth and nail so as to not give this defuse over. Just S-Tag, who has dealt with the incumbent player in the site. However, he's read it wrong. Flick goes on the long rotation back through mid. I love it when lurks do that.
Yeah.
Just the pressure of knowing there could be someone CT, there could be someone pushing, is enough to disrupt that entire round. And in the end, he's left with a far safer spot to play that post plant as well.
Yeah, really nice stuff. Can't blame S-Tag for not knowing at that point, right? You're just thinking Flit's on a late activation, but the bomb was never for him, so wise of Flit to go back. Talking of triple boost, I did actually try one out on my stream. You can do one in CT Spawn that looks over to long B. Not super helpful. I just remember that. Oh, missed cave smoke. Gives a bit more room for Cole. Poison's going to try and couple mid, let Blame work it up from heaven with the rifle. Got Deagle inside a cave. Body shots potentially. Blame pokes his head out, but there's a nice refrag for Jerry. And kenzie activates in mid late as well. NATO getting the gun and getting out.
All the guns are on B lane, and so Cole can actually retrieve these. S-Tag's going on like a big T-spawn wrap. NATO gets out of there with the other AK. Both the weapons now retrieved. And this gets a little bit weird. It's a mixture of timings. NATO wiped out over towards B. S-Tag, what's going to come of this wrap round? They're about to sandwich Flit. He's dealt with poison. Oh, and the follow-up. He's somehow ready for S-Tag all the way in T-spawn.
Did he spot him on that? It was very close. It just looked like he turned away. It looked like he didn't see him, but maybe someone else caught it from spectator, right? Teammates are dead. They can watch it. They can see things you sometimes don't. You're so hyper-focused on your crosshair or other details. Nice round out of forZe again, just not getting panicked despite a couple of pistols pushing up on B and taking early kills.
And this was our worry, I think. You're probably looking at this going, yeah, this is the danger, right? You just don't have the real world experience on this map. And the fact that you're fielding a stand-in on it as well, really less than ideal.
Yeah, also, let's think about that, right? You have 5 days to practice 7 maps. Is Ancient one of the ones that you're putting in all the work in? Probably not. You're probably focused on the more standard maps that are going to appear, your picks as well. They float this at least, so, Cole actually picked this out of the last 2 maps. Can't remember what the final ban was, but they had that final ban.
Was the overpass removal.
They left Ancient in, so there's still room to get back in. It's not over by any means. 7-0 though, and the AWP does respond. Poison, he took 1, then gone to Kenzie, and now they want to execute onto B. Blame's here. They have a smoke for the long side. Short's cut off. This crossfire between Blame and NATO is pretty nasty. There's a lineup for long. Yoink. Blame going to try and set his teammate up with a bit more cover, but they're going to check this corner. No doubt about it. NATO dumped onto the nades, and Blame might have to save.
If you remember back on Nuke, it took a while for Cole to really piece together what was happening before they were able to come up with these solutions. I think they're going to be a lot harder pressed to do that here on this map, right? I think you needed to be able to repel some of this stuff from the offset. The fact that everything forZe have tried so far has worked means that, there's a lot of holes in this boat that you've got to plug, essentially, or else you're going under. And complexity, I'm not doubting Blame F's brain power, but it's already so dominant, Hugo. Even if you're able to recover a couple of rounds, if this first half, even goes 10-5, that's already banging for forZe moving into that second half of play. And I feel like we haven't even, I think it's still kind of tip of the iceberg for what we've had to see out of forZe yet. They haven't really been tested.
Also, I find that, in the games we've seen so far, it does lean in the favor of CT side. Only a little bit, I'd say, obviously, as this is a new map, T's can get away with a lot. We're seeing these lurks be a great example of that, right? Not everyone is aware of every possible timing. forZe are finding a lot of gaps in the defense, and you've got to shuffle rotations. I'd say there's a lot of floating on the CT side as well. So, yeah, maybe for the short term, it will be T-side in pro play, but I'm still waiting for changes. I'm not going to mold about the bugs. I'm not going to keep that up. I do that every day. Valve are aware. Valve know. They don't listen to me anyway. I can't blame them. But aside from the bugs, Vertigo went through so many changes. I'm surprised we haven't had yet any for Ancient. I can only imagine the big changes are coming, and what a bait that is, because I have no information to suggest that call. Absolutely none.
Well, I guess, on an infinitely spanning timeline, Hugo, you're right, eventually.
It's 50-50. Either massive Ancient changes will come, or no Ancient changes will come. Well, there's something in the middle there, I'm sure, but...
Yeah, something tells me Valve don't just go, well, that's it with CS, I think.
He's figured it out. Oh, S-Tag's going through. You're on the boost. This is a powerful position for an AWP.
Flash, though. He's dodged it, and there's the response for forZe.
Oh, good nade. It's nice having a teammate there just waiting on the box to not only reboost you if you fall off, but also to re-peek if you get rushed, right? The AWP's not great if you're getting pressured. Poison, smoke spam to respond. Jerry goes through with a flashbang, and he's traded places in the site. Somehow takes down... No way! Two players! Headshot up close, and Jerry, the reckoning on this B-bomb site, a force of nature, Pushing even further through. Does this not know when to quit, when to cut it out? Good flash and the tap for Jerry.
No.
It's a deal sealed, signed, and delivered. JKS might want to save.
Damn it, Jerry. Oh. Even crossing back into CT is terrifying. There's that tiny little angle where they get a bit of vision on you. But he will get out. He does save the M4, maybe, providing Flit doesn't hound him down. Oh, God, Flit is hounding him down. Oh, JKS doesn't want to part with the M4, so he won't. But there's no ignoring the 9-0 scoreline on our screens.
We can try, Harry. We can try our best. But yeah, this is a masterclass right now from forZe. Seeing new lineups every day on this map, right? Not just obviously ones that are maybe meta, but also ones that teams come up with themselves to fill their own strats.
One of the things I'm not mega keen on the idea of with this ancient third map being the one that was swung to by Cole is it feels like they've kind of shown that, yeah, our ancient needs a lot of work, which scares me.
True.
And on top of that, they've kind of been like a little taste test for the other teams, right? That are maybe sleeping on forZe somewhat to see like, okay, yeah, so their ancient is strong, right? It gives you like a bit of a spirit level to try and judge this performance against.
I see that, yeah. Will it force more balance out of Cole, or is it the mega brain where it's like, oh, this is just a bad game, we'll get better next time? Yeah, you know, those are the questions. To just talk about the veto in this context, it's like, well, Overpass is like one of forZe's best maps. It's also their second most played map. It's not, it's not one that Cole ever really lean into heavily with picks. They usually go Nuke, Mirage, these kind of maps. So, yeah, I'm not against them trying it, but I wonder how their vetoes will look after today. That's a big question for me, because any team that's been prepping Ancient, because, honestly, Cole could have thought, man, our Ancient's sick. Like, we've done a lot of work, we've got a lot of strats, but right now, the CT side, they're kind of at the beckoning of forZe's moves. We don't even get to see this T-half if Cole don't put up a fight here. They could have so much more to show us. All these ifs and all these buts, but if forZe wreck 'em, then that's a statement in and of itself. Maybe around now, though.
Yeah, this is nice. NATO's had a bit of a rough start here, but he's dealt with the mid lurk. A plays always make me nervous. It's just the nature of this A bomb site.
This shot is lovely.
As they start to creep through Donut, will they be ready? Two angles being held. It's a bit of a crossfire between Default and Big Box.
No.
Well, Poison's blindsided. I don't know if he thinks JKS can see deeper than he can, but he's not watching that at all.
Just the inexperience, right? You just don't know the angles yet. You don't exactly like, oh, I have Donut, but you know, JKS doesn't think about where Poison's playing. He's just saying, I have the walkout. And this 3-on-5, Harry, this should have been around for Cole. Instead, they're getting rings run around them.
It's terrifying as well, because you'll see teams launch a full exec into that A bomb site with a 5-on-5, and they will struggle to get in. The fact that that's a 3-on-5 walk up, no utility, nothing thrown out, two players actually in the A bomb site with a crossfire. In a 5-on-3, it's kind of concerning that it goes in favor of forZe so dominantly.
Yeah, no, that's definitely just the inexperience and not knowing about the angles. Simply, if Poison is sitting that open and JKS does not have him any more than he can hold. Look at this, complete unawareness. Those angles are deep, man. There are little gaps as well. So many, in temple, so many little corners, cubbies you got to clear on both sides. It's really weird.
Yeah, it is.
Y'all okay over there?
Yeah, man. There's just some bees in here or something.
Bees in my ears. Okay. Bombs back in spawn. Zorti's late throwing smokes. Is this just a top mid smoke? Are they going to pop out lane into heaven? Certainly seems to be the case. There it goes. Molly. Oh, through the skylight as well. forZe have got some seriously nasty lineups. They have been nerding this map. Nice shot from NATO. He can't get two, but his teammate will trade as the Molly fades.
Oh, Maze. This fight up the ramp can get tricky, can get scary, and with poizZe claiming another, we look at Zorty and Flit as the two remainders now. JKS is trying to take some liberties, and this is all info for... There we go, they do get the bomb, but are they ready for JKS? He's given up this deep mid angle. They know about him now. He knows about them.
It's a no-off.
They all know something, all right. It's going to be an A play now. poizZe with this AK retrieved, bought over from the B side of the map. Here, a little earlier than forZe were ready for. They need to deal with it. They've got to flush him out. Missed shot from Zorty. Zorp puts the pressure on.
What?
They can't find a thing. poizZe lines him up. No one could hit a shot on him there.
Yeah, the molly pushed him. He had to swing. You know, they knew it was coming. They waited. And poizZe kills both. There's something in the water, all right. Nice round out of Cole, finally breaking it, finally getting on the board. It is again like the best case of 5-10, but if they can manage that, I've seen harder comebacks won. It's a weird round to lose though for forZe, certainly. So now they're going to put out something big.
Yeah, I just don't think they deal you another fast cave push. Like, you know.
Fast ramp instead,
yeah, they still want to take a bit of a fast peek, I guess. S-Tag will open the round up, though. Cole, they need to be able to convert these, right? They had that 5-on-3 last time that didn't go their way. This time it's a 5-on-4 delivered early. You need to be able to convert these rounds. JKS getting aggressive over towards main. He plays this like really fearless, and we've seen him just get spammed out doing this.
Uh-oh. Got to force a smoke. Nade will do it as well. JKS knows. I don't know why he's waiting. Maybe looking for more than one. But if he knows he lobs it in the corner, he gets max damage there. Zorty was trapped. He just threw it shallow as well. I guess not wanting to peek and expose himself, but even so, Zorty is very lucky to be in good standing, good health. And no one needs to peek. 5-on-4, hit him behind the big box. JKS does not want to move, and kenzie will just tap out poizZe at the top middle. Now we talk about these mid timings, these lurks, and these fact that CTs have to float or look what opens up behind. forZe are expecting a rotate. There's no one there. He can walk all the way around into CT spawn, and in fact, that's exactly what he's doing. Maybe spotted by NATO. It's hard to tell, but he's on the angle nonetheless. Meanwhile, if kenzie walked into A, it's a free round, but bombs coming up B ramp. NATO can't watch the flank forever, and if he does, it gives up the plant.
Oh, and it's beautiful from kenzie. He just waits, he just lays the trap and waits for Cole to spring it. Even though Blame gets one, I think this is just the same. I think it's got to be. You don't have the manpower, you don't have the resources to go for a round like this. And so forZe moving on to 11. Something I will say is like the lurking potential on Ancient is huge. I think it's a very hard map to nail down lurking on, but once you've kind of, you know, got a feel for it, got a feel for the kind of options it can open up, the responses from CTs, it's very profitable if you have a good T-side lurker here. And Cole just seemingly don't have the experience to deal with these top mid lurks. A lot of the time, it's just being left open. And that gives way too much room to guys like kenzie, as you see there.
Yeah.
You know, he had full control over that round. Even if NATO didn't peek him, even if NATO stayed at the B bomb site and never gave that fight over, kenzie has full dominion over the rotations and can just lock the round in before they even have a chance to set up for a retake. So, yeah, this is pretty brutal. There is no denying this 11-1 scoreline is not a little painful to watch.
I'm enjoying it though. I'm in the honeymoon phase of Ancient, where I like seeing what teams are bringing to the table, and I like seeing the smokes that teams are using and how they are adjusting CTs. And forZe right now are giving us masterclass.
Oh, bro, yeah, no, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying like I'm crying in the club right now, but you know, like it's just a little sad to see a complexity squad that looks so good back on Nuke, that we're trying to build back up now, just hitting a brick wall on this big question mark of a map for them.
Well, our concerns about the map were, I guess, in good faith. And here is the evidence. Here is everything you need to know. 11-1 and more to be shown by forZe. This makes forZe not only a more threatening team in the group, not just the fact that they play this map or take this series if they were to. That's a one-way, that's cool. Is that by design? I hope so. But also, you know, teams are going to start having to consider this as they go into the veto process against forZe. This isn't even one of their typical go-to maps, but look how good they look. Jerry, the flash doesn't do a thing to poison, but he can't get any more than one. And there's 3 in middle. They try and fight it tooth and nail, and both of which get stabbed into their chest. It's a 3-on-2, and Flitz hit a perfect timing out A. That donut player re-aggressing. kenzie even flanking again. This guy does not know when to quit, and Flit catches JKS doubling back. kenzie's here to kill the rotate.
That might actually spur S-Tag on to give this. I think he was just fully committed to the idea of a save in the 1-on-3, but now he's like, well, look, I mean, if they've given me that, and there's a kit dropped right in my eye line, it kind of feels like I have to go for this. Yeah. Will he, though? Doesn't believe in fate, does S-Tag.
I mean, it's just so sad. Like, you've got to play for rounds at this point, don't you?
So something I was going to say is that, like, thus far, this Cole CT side has felt very stagnant. Like, there's not a lot of movement. And I look at CT setups on this map as something that have to be very, very fluid. Everyone has to know what they're doing. You have to be, you know, like, willing to kind of dynamically fit into the ebbs and flows and be actively challenging. Like that mid hold, I think, is a very good example, right? They were set up to hold mid, to anchor it as 3. A lot of the time, you know, it's more about chipping away at the mid push and then going through the motions of, you know, falling back into cave. Oh, we're giving up CT. Now I'm kind of holding it from a little gimpy angle in through the CT spawn.
Yeah, poking and prodding. And that's why I was talking about floating earlier. Like, you need to be constantly switching up spots and keeping track of what your teammates are watching. I mean, we saw an example of that earlier in that A round where they walked through Donut in the 3-on-5, poisoning JKS, not covering. But yeah, at this point, you're just in your head at this point in the game. forZe 12-1 up. They can't do anything wrong, even if they were to try. A bit of aggro towards the lane. I like it from Blame. But will it wield results, or yield, rather? Smoke is down, and they just don't care. They just don't respect you enough in the scoreline, but maybe they should. S-Tag holding strong with a double. Blame on the big flank, lining them up, and a 3rd is found. It's good stuff right now for Cole with a bomb in the middle of the B bomb site. There's only so much forZe can do. You're not saving. So you may as well give it a go.
Yeah, Cole don't want to ruin this opportunity, though, right? They're just going to group everyone up on the bomb, with the exception of JKS, who's caring for, like, a late mid-lurk. If forZe get back into this, I don't want to... Well, I was going to say I'll eat my hat, but...
Don't do that.
Yeah, Vince actually made a promise of that on live, you know, and I'm not repeating history's mistakes.
Double dark setup.
Yeah, it's scary, because, like, either this is going to look incredible and it's all going to work out just fine, or it gets disrupted, and instead NATO peeks ahead of the AK. Now they chase down the forZe, and finally NATO is able to flex a little bit on that B-bomb site, trying to build some confidence, back up complexity, or onto a second round.
Looking for 3, looking for the scraps under the dinner table. That's fine. It's better than nothing at this point. Need your nourishment. Nice hold from S-Tag. And again, yeah, I feel like forZe, they're at a 12-2 scoreline. They're doing 12-2 stuff. They're running through your B smokes. They're not calling it off. If that was a major final, you wouldn't have done that. You would have waited. But forZe are feeling fluid, and I can't blame them. Again, kenzie's done with the mid-lurks. He's right up B, and S-Tag just won't give them the time of day. He won't give them the space to play. 5-on-4, and Cole, right at the end, are starting to feel it. Salty, though, dropping Blame. He's been in heaven round after round. Gun grabbed. Well, upgrade for Jerry, and with the smoke down, this time he won't go through. He'll wait. Patient play. Let your AWP work it. It's been the shining star this series. Flick gonna maybe faking water here, even making the noise that Cole can hear around the map might make them think you're leaving B, and they want that info badly. They're getting misinfo, Harry. They're pushed up. They see Flick behind the door. They know about Cave, but they don't know how many men are right inside.
Well, this is a grimy angle. I like that from Poison. NATO.
Oh, no.
Oh, that's a team flash.
Awkward.
That's fine. It's all fine, because they've also found the double on the Cave players. Split. Now in the 1v4, S-Tag is trying to pull Matters back at this B-bomb site, demanding some respect. You can't beat us every time, but maybe he's going to have to swing out and silence Flip. Puts a stop to the clutch attempt still. This is a forZe story, baby, and we're all along for the ride.
Hey Future Pros! Taking mid as a T can open so many options while playing Ancient. Throwing mid smokes from spawn is quick, but also means you could be locked out if the CT's utility is on point. So these mid smokes I'll show you will be great for a slightly delayed mid take. For this mini execute you'll need 2 Future Pros, 2 smokes, and possibly a molly to be safe. Future Pro number 1. You'll be throwing the top mid smoke. To throw the smoke, position yourself so this wall meets the edge of this highlighted brick while crouched. Aim just below this dark spot on the edge of the shadow. Then jump throw the smoke. Not too hard, right? Future Pro number 2. You'll be throwing the donut, Lara, cube, whatever you want to call it smoke. To throw this, stand against the wall in the middle of this window frame. Find this gap in the trees and aim just to the left of the center of the opening. Then simply throw the smoke. Just like that, mid doorway and donut will be blocked. A note for these nades, it helps greatly if you have a fellow T somewhat holding the B lane so you can't be peeked from the ledge area. Also, if you don't have early info on the cutout position, lob a basic molly in there as a sneaky CT could really ruin your day.
Well, forZe certainly making a bit of a name for themselves here on Ancient Complexity, managing to only get 3 rounds, Hugo. That's it, that's the set.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Light a candle, press F to pay respect, Complexity. It's not what we want to see, but it's a trial by fire as forZe come in red hot into the T side of Ancient. Now we get to see them on defense. Now we get to see what Complexity have planned for us. And although we don't have much room for error, well, let's see if they can work it out. Kenzie smoked out, does escape death, giving up the A site. It's a lovely little execute from Cole, and it's a retake now for forZe.
Planting on A, one of the worst jobs, but JKS makes it look easy. He plugs in those numbers, and Blame F takes the head off in the meantime. Jerry with the dualies on a wraparound.
Oh, look, they suck.
A lot of damage.
What a shocker. They're bad.
He does
Crazy.
get one, Hugo.
Okay.
He does get one. Jerry will make us believe in the dual Berettas.
He's got the kit as well. It's
Here we
worthwhile
go.
buy.
He's only got 10 bullets.
Oh no.
And reloading takes a long while with these puppies, so he's gonna have to get on this bomb, sticking it. He needs protection. Flit is dead in the water. Jerry, oh no, out of ammo.
Cool guns, man.
Yeah,
cool guns.
sick.
Yeah, maybe one day they'll do literally anything, but I don't know. I've yet to see it. I watch Counter-Strike every day. Yet to see anyone kill more than one person in a pistol round. Not even joking. Not even joking. Da, 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 da.
What was that? What
Happy
just
birthday to man too.
Yeah, it was
I hope everyone else heard that.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, like, I'm going to keep molding. I don't care. You can't stop me. I'm the one with the microphone. Julies suck. Nice try, Jerry.
What more random noises can you play our way? I'd be down.
Me screaming. I can do that for you, actually. But yeah, it's fine. Cole, I'm glad we got a pistol round from them. We get to actually see some rifle rounds now without the looming threat of a 16-3 looking over our shoulder. He's behind you.
No, he's not. Look, he's actually to the left of them, Hugo. Jerry. Oh. Yeah.
Bye.
Dead, actually, right away. Blame F just going to take his head off. Now, there is a triple A main push out of forZe. Or, sorry, double. They've taken away this. And that's the bomb. They've taken the bomb away. Poison. Dead with it. JKS is now on a rescue and recovery mission, but he's smoked off. This could still get weird. They're seeing Cole look to scramble back to get this bomb. And forZe go, you know what? Let's just give them it. Let's not hang around and let them reclaim these kills. They're going to waste a lot of time getting the bomb.
Sure.
So much time, in fact, that they might not have any other choices but to commit to something very fast and very sloppy. No one wants fast. No one wants sloppy.
They're re-aggroing back at. Oh, no, they changed their mind. They go mid instead. If they want to go B, they got to go now, and so they will. Now, forZe are leaning A. forZe are playing for that donut control, and it's not happening. 13 seconds. They're cutting it pretty close. Almeza can win the round with a well-placed shot or two. It's not going to be easy. He needs the cover. NATO taking space. It must happen, and there's a scout shot connecting, but NATO still gets the kill. Blame follows up. Bomb is stuck down, and somehow saved our complexity. The last second plant. Good reaction. If they go A, they lose the round there, almost certainly. We talk about how hard it is to get a bomb down there at the best of times. And this is not the best of times, not for Kenzie either. 1 on 3. Just going to take some guns with him.
Yeah, NATO is probably dead here. Oh, no, he's going to run away. Nice. So in the end, all mates between Kenzie, JKS, Blame F, and NATO. The conversion lands for complexity, and now they've only got vanilla pistols to worry about, so 6-12 should be pretty much guaranteed.
Yeah, Cole have got the smokes in, right? They have at least come in prepared, even if it may not have seemed like that in the first half. As I said, it didn't really come down to them on that CT side. forZe has had so much to throw at them. It's a team dink. Not the end of the world. Cave getting cleared. I hate this corner. It's 50-50, man. And even then, Jerry. Oh. It's not an easy kill for Blame, but he is doing the Lord's work. 2 kills. Oh, the running use takes him down, but no AK to grab. NATO's there to trade the frag, and now Flit running for the hills. Cole going through the motions, getting the rounds they need, but once we hit guns for forZe, I'm gonna be a little worried.
Yeah, Flit, all that's left to do now is just to hold on to a P250 and armor. It's a pretty sad state of affairs, but hey, man, playing for KD, you feel me, Hugo? You ever do that?
Yeah, every day, baby. Average 20 kills. What are you going to do about it? Huh?
So could Blame F get you believing again, Hugo? If Blame F were here right now, and he looked you in the eye, and
If he was
said,
here right now, I'd say, Blame, you got a game to play, mate. You need to get back in the server, back in the...
Well, look, in a way, he is. Look at him.
Yeah.
He's right here. I'm next to him right now.
Yeah, there's a big screen of Blame on the wall.
And I'm stood near it.
Yeah, it's the closest you'll ever get to Blame since the restraining order.
What would you say if Blame F was trying to get you to believe in this one, Hugo? Are you a Blame F believer? Are you a complexity believer?
I am, but you know what I also am?
What?
A realist. forZe have 12-6. They've done the work on
So
this
12
map.
is bigger, is what
Yeah,
you're
12
saying.
is bigger. And
Right.
also, I was carrying on, but you did cut me off.
Sorry.
You know, forZe, they played this map, Harry. I think they have a lot to show us on the CT side. Already into a gun round. Let's see if I'm wrong. forZe trying to take space. They threw players into middle to drop the util, but often in this T side, you're going to see late mid takes, right? Mollies are such an expectation out of the gate, so... After those fade, Cole start to move into position. Poison taking middle. Smoke is down. forZe having to give it up completely. They double donut instead. Making sure they can trade this kill. And they go, fine, you want mid? Have it. You're not going anywhere with it, though. Zorti needs a flick. And boy, is he up for the job. Nade is too late. He's already out of there like a light. Poison, he might find a timing. Can Flit see him? Yes. Oh, Flit. Oh, that's gross. Even with the X-ray, it looks like he can't have an angle there. But somehow, some way, Poison's like, man, mid's so free. No, it's not. forZe 5-on-3, forcing a B execute from Cole.
Yeah, last-ditched B play attempt. Zorti's AWP on the angle, and JKS learns about it the hard way. Here come the mid-rotations. They're knocking on your door. Jerry and his merry band of men are going to cut through the attempt at the B play.
First gun round, 5 alive.
Yeah, flawless for forZe.
And that's why, you know, no matter how motivating Blame is, Harry, it's hard to not believe in the forZe effect. Look at this triangle right there. How do you even...
Mate, some of the donut angles, they don't even feel real.
Ugh.
Especially like some of the angles you can take with AWPs, where like brickwork is a little questionable.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to knock the whoever built this map.
Mayans.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know who inspires the architecture here, but I can tell you they didn't have precision stone cutting tools.
Well, I'll be sure to leave my feedback at the door. And Zorti, that's a bait. Oh, what a flick. JKS, good shot, but Zorti is hanging around. Yeah. He wants everyone. Finally gets out with 2. Good time to cut it off. No, it's not. 3 for Zorti. Get him out. Send him home. It's bedtime complexity.
He was meant to be the bait to the bait and switch, but he ends up doing everything himself. Blame F, last guy remaining, and he had to watch his team get slaughtered before his very eyes. The traumatized husk of Blame F, 1v4 over towards mid. And a trillion angles to check. And he falls at the first one.
Oh, it's a shame. It's a shame, but you know, after 12-3, if a pistol round changed your mind, if you suddenly were off the forZe train, I don't know. It's leaving now. Board back quick. Look at this one. On the smoke bloom. Zorti is going to be the guy for Group B right now. He's going to be the guy to watch out for. No matter what team you are, you know, you got to watch out for Zorti. This guy is so damn fast. Filling the boots of Z-Power, and mate, his feet are twice the size.
And you know what they say about a guy with big feet?
Big shoes?
Big shoes, big socks, the whole 9 yards.
That's how long? Jesus.
Zorti, yeah. You could just measure it though as 2 feet. Jerry looking down the lane. He's seen even more, Hugo.
Oops. What happened to that nade? It's cursed. Oh no, Amaze's had enough. Molly won't do anything. Boost up denied, and now Amaze can get out of there alive. 5-on-3. Cave player's going to go. Jerry. And they're not even thinking about it. Nice trade, but it doesn't mean anything at this point in the game. 15-6. Swapping out AKs. forZe playing like quite the unit right now. An absolute unit. And I'm in awe of the size and the sheer number of rounds. 15-6. forZe through the group? They weren't even supposed to be here, Harry.
Complexity, they're going to have to do a deal with the devil or Crumple Stiltskin or whatever his name is. Grumble Foreskin, I don't know. Look, Zorty over in middle getting boosted up.
What a boost. I've not seen this one.
He's using it to peek up onto lane, give himself a deeper angle.
Okay.
And if you die to this, molding, that's the only word.
Well,
for
luckily, it might not be, you know, it might be about time to mold. Oh, no. Game's over, isn't it? Poor Blame.
Blame doesn't even know where he just died from. Like, you are left clueless with that one. 4 on 4 because of NATO.
Maybe.
He's trying to work this cave control and work it. He shall work it, baby. Come on, NATO. Nice little double, causing some trouble. S-Tag's gone deep, but Zorty with the flick has wiped him off the earth.
Bomb.
Bomb's coming up through ramp. JKS is so far removed from this whole B take, and Zorty, he looks so oh my goodness, he's threaded a needle. Tags NATO the second time around.
What?
They're getting suspicious of A. They're getting worried about what could be coming in on this flank. They're holding for JKS. Oh JKS, I'm so sorry. I can't believe they're holding for you. Oh, they will deal with Zorty at least. That's something. It's a 2-on-2. It's a chance for Cole, but is it enough, Hugo?
NATO's on the angle, he's back with his aggro move and his poison. Gonna grab the kill instead, flip with a fast flank. But he could be anywhere now. Smoke and kit available, poison at the back of the site. It's gonna clear him, but not win the fight. 10 health on both players, but they stand tall. I've got to wonder what would have happened if Zorty fired a little bit to the right in that smoke shot. He knew NATO was there. Cole, hold on. Blame forgetting about the boost already. Move on, back with another round, but it's just up against the unwinnable, unsalvageable scoreline of 15.
So something that we've actually seen from a few teams on Ancient is like triple AWP setups, or at very, very least like common double AWP setups, right? They are fully leaning into this scoped meta, Hugo. They're bringing out the triple AUG, double AWP investment. Ancient has got so many grimy long-range angles, and so the AUG might be in its element here.
Bit of an A-smoke situation. All right, third crack to the right, and then you see that leaf. Yeah, no, not that leaf. Second leaf. Yeah, and then crouch, and then stand back up, and then crouch again.
Yeah, JKS is
this is not a map
over.
where you can teach your teammates on the fly. You've got to have done your homework.
Poison's like, right, I'm looking for the big twiglet on the ground, and now I have to line that up with the lightest grey brick.
Here we go.
And here we go, Zorty. Not worried about lining up smokes. He's worried about smoking fools. He's good for the first. Poison on the receiving end of that. They're going to try and wrap Donut. They're going to try and move in.
Not again.
Donuts, they got something sweet in the middle, but this one might be mighty sour. Flit, traded after one. Zorty feeling the pressure, flashed off, and Kenzie dead to that swing. They are everywhere. That AWP rotating in is also made mincemeat of by JKS. They deal with Jerry wrapping around 8-15. Cole are giving this everything they've got.
And this is kind of what I implied in the first half when we were down like, 10-2 or something. It's like, Cole might have got like loads of really cool ideas on this map, but a lot of them are going to come on the T side, right? You're not thinking about how to take space on CT. Sometimes it's more simple. Just throw a molly here, throw a flash over the top. It's kind of basic. It's kind of on the fly, you're reacting. But now on T side, now where they get to command the flow, we're seeing a lot more. Those are great timings out main and through Donut. Like Zorty didn't know where to look. So it's such a shame it's come off the back of a 12-3 half, because it just feels like Cole just don't have the room to show anything. They could be a great Ancient team for all we know, and we're starting to see signs of that. But it's just up against such insurmountable odds. This round at least is a 9th. And hey, suddenly, one more and you're at double digits. You're wondering, hey, this isn't so hard after all. Let's start believing. Let's keep believing. Because they're not far from that finish line, Harry.
Yeah, the USP round should be pretty uneventful. Should be pretty unexciting. But it's another step, another baby step towards this comeback for Cole. Oh. That's like a deceptive dink because, you know, you're thinking like, oh, the Orcs one hit away. Yeah, I'll get him. Nah, mate. In reality, you did like 6 damage. Oof. 9 to 15. And even though you took a full eco there, the buy still isn't very good for forZe. So I hope they partial this. And yeah, that looks to be the idea. Right? Keeping money to reinvest in the next. I don't think Almeza got the memo, but the rest of the guys did.
He just doesn't care. He wants to close it. And maybe they always, or maybe they can rather. Maybe they will. It's a new smoke for S-Tag. Where's that? Quick A execute. Out of spawn as well goes the utility. No waiting around, no lining up outside of Donut. They're just going to run it dry into the site. Now that smoke, I don't know if it was meant to go in Donut, but it didn't. That one did. Second time around. Cutting it off.
I mean, hey, if there was ever a time to learn that smoke needs patching up, this is the round. Oh! Planting on A.
Good luck.
Planting on A is horrible, and they've got to learn that now.
Smoke shot.
This feels like, I don't know, it's like a killing field, mate. Like you are just in a big open area where you're open to everything.
I feel like on A, you should just keep faking it and waiting for the re-peaks to come through. Although when the smoke shots start landing like that, they hit different. NATO cancels as he realized it's not going to go well. Oh my goodness, well for who? Well for who? Bomb dropped. Poison's on the angle. He's looking for everyone. This is a broken buy. This was one rifle. They've got a flank back coming back through spawn. No one's considering it. Poison's attention fixated on Kenzie. Tap. S-Tag walks back and Flip resets. It's all on Poison for the 4K to keep the game going up against Eagles.
Yeah, Poison's in the temple, but he's not a praying man here. He wants to leave nothing to chance. He's looking for this bomb and for a shot at redemption. 1v2, the Eagles up against him. They haven't been able to retrieve these guns. And actually, Flit has left the A bomb site thinking that this is no longer the A play. Flit needs to start coming around because they've heard the bomb go down. They heard the tap. Like,
just wants to kill,
can't go anywhere else. Flit is still at B, and so Kenzie is 1v1 right now. Flit is so far away. He's having to run all the way through middle. This is giving time to Poison and gives a 1v1 over. A lot of question marks as to how this went from looking so pretty to so ugly for forZe. Flit is the last chance, the last opportunity, and never mind. Thing of beauty in the end as he comes in with the clutch, taking it over the line for forZe. They're ancient, not to be slept on. Complexity learned that the hard way. forZe take him down to open up Group B 2-1 over the Complexity boys.